So we've got our 3 images open. And I want you to start by looking at what kind of images these are. I'm going to just make this one a little bigger. Come on. No? Come on. A little bigger. Okay, there we go. A little bit bigger. So these are really old images. I've had them since forever. And they're, one of the reasons I use them is because they're kind of small. So if you look at the size of this image, it's 19089K, and this one is $7.99. The way I look at them is it's like pennies. Anything under 1 meg is less than $1, and you can move it around really fast. Now, when you look at this one is 79K, and this is a RGB. Now, RGB stands for red, green, blue, which are the colors of the internet. This one here is a GIF. And the difference between a JPEG and a GIF is as follows. Now, you know JPEGs from having pictures of your own that you have taken with your camera. Now, this is a JPEG I took of the beach, okay? So you can see it's beautiful. It actually is an image that can be crumpled down and made really small. And this one, but they are the clarity, they're what you're using primarily for with your cameras. And they can be different sizes. A GIF, on the other hand, where you've seen those, is you've seen them as animated GIFs. So this little bunny rabbit is an animated GIF. Now, if you look at this bunny rabbit as it busily GIFs along, is that it is very few colors. A GIF can only be 256 colors at its maximum. The reason is that's why they can move. It's because they're actually smaller color set. Whereas back we go, a photo is 1 million colors, so consequently isn't going to move. All right, so that's sort of your basic understanding of how those two work. So this is a JPEG, which stands for Joint Protocol. You don't need to know that. It's just an early one. And GIF, which was designed by CompuServe back in the 90s, is Graphic Interface Format. Again, don't need to know that. But let's look at what happens. Now, with my JPEG, if I go up here to Image and Adjustment, you'll see that all of these things are easy to get to. They are blackened and whatever. If I go to my GIF, no, they're all grayed out. That's because there's a lot you can't do with a GIF. So if you look up here and you see that it says index, that means it's a GIF, and it says GIF, that means you need to change it the first thing when you come into Photoshop. So remember, if this is grayed out, you need to change it. How we change it is we go to Mode, we change it from index to RGB. Now watch in the lower corner what happens. This is going to go from 189 to, bam, 567. It's now 3 layers of color, red, green, blue. So now has 3 channels, red, green, blue. Go and do it in the fruit. We'll look at the channels. You can see there's no channels there. And then we're going to go to Image, Mode, RGB. There it is, and it tripled in size. Make sure you change anything that's a GIF to an RGB and a JPEG.